everyone, it's Jazz. This is Giving Up the Ghost podcast. Thanks for coming back. Sorry this episode is late this week. It's been busy. Sorry. Today's episode is the Daly House back in Brandon. Coincidentally, we'll be in Brandon this Saturday, May 16th, I think we are. Right. Anyway, I myself will be representing Giving Up the Ghost podcast with the Winnipeg Paranormal Group as they explore and investigate the Brandon Museum. So that'll be a new one on us. Love Brandon. Can't wait to go back. If you're there, stop in or stop by. Say hello if you're on the tour or on the public investigation. We love interacting. We love to hear ghost stories. So please, definitely tell us your ghost story. So again, today's episode is the first part of the Daly Museum. Just, the intro part and stuff of the public investigation, and Ashley explaining the tools and the devices that they use when they do the investigations. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, so don't forget, also we have upcoming May 26th or May 29th, last Wednesday of the month, we're at the King's Head. So this month we don't have a guest. However, we are going to be revisiting Haunted Highways of Manitoba just in time for traveler season, cottage season, if you will. So that's those stories are near and dear to my heart. I love haunted highway stories. Very, very creepy. Anywho, that's it for today's information, I guess. I'm really going to try harder to get episodes out sooner. Next week, me and Cher still want to get together. I'm hoping to get her to come out with me on one of the public investigations with the Winnipeg Paranormal Group. We always have a good time. And if you would like to reach us, please reach out to us on any of our socials. Also, you can email us directly at givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com. And as we say all the time, every time, remember to live every day like it is your last, but never give up the ghost. Ciao for now.
I work with actually went to school there too, and so they were also mentioning that they would hear a lot of stuff and everything like that, and that they weren't allowed up on the third floor or something like that. But like they're in the Micah building, which is the old nurses' dormitory area. So yeah.
Well, the reason they don't let you up there is the roof.
There's a lot of asbestos and stuff like that. That's what they were saying.
The roof is leaking too. They
Well,
the building and they didn't fix the roof.
Well, and apparently they are still continuing renovations and everything like that too. I think that the next one is the one in between Micah and the trades one. So I don't remember what the trades one used to be, but they have a newer wing and then they have an older wing where it's like super yellow floors and everything like that. And you could tell it's dated, but sorry.
Oh, no, it's all interesting to me. No, it's all good.
Before I moved out here, actually, we wanted to
And they're working. The mics are working.
Okay. Am I talking too loud?
No, you're good. Actually, this is how I tell. When it goes bloop, bloop, bloop. That's bloop, bloop, bloop. And that's you.
So are you guys with the paranormal group?
No.
Or
They're the curator.
Oh, okay.
I'm the curator.
Oh, okay.
I'm my board member. And
Nice.
the other girl that's around here is Megan. You ready?
I actually started, well, not started, but like the last couple times when I've done like yard cleanup and stuff like that, I've had your podcast going in the background.
Nice pairing.
The latest one, yeah, absolutely.
Listen to the podcast.
Exactly. Well, that's just it, right?
Yeah.
No, that's exactly. Cleaning up the shit, weed whacking the yard, but it's just calming, and the way that you communicate with people is awesome.
Thanks. Oh, thank you.
And you have all these connections. I love you, little mics.
That was a birthday present from my friend. It is very hot.
It is very warm.
Melting.
Well, I mean, it is also a smaller room,
Right.
but like I think that
ceiling's
they.
low on this one too. So.
Well, and I think that they said that also that they're splitting up a
Yeah,
little bit
they're
because
going to 3 groups.
because I got like an email and I emailed them right away and I was like, hey, I'm supposed to be with Jess. She's like, she's not a part of a group, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, we can float among the groups. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the last time I did anything, well, I went on a walking ghost tour in Montreal when I was out there for Canada Day.
That would be very nice.
It was super cool.
Because the history one, I tell you.
Yeah. It was so nice. I love Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all throughout old Montreal, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was just like a walking
just the
thing.
architecture.
So, like, such beautiful buildings and like the cobblestone roads and everything. And it was just like,
Oh, it's smart. You took advantage of that. That's good.
Yeah,
Like, while
well,
you're there.
I was out there for work, and it was on Canada Day, and I'm like, what else am I gonna do?
What
I'm
else
gonna
are you gonna
book me a ghost tour.
Come see everybody.
do?
This is a lot bigger than I expected it to be.
This
That's
place is
awesome.
huge. Upstairs is really cool too.
I bet the stairs look creaky, and I like it.
I already did one too.
I like creaky stairs.
Oh yeah, country house. Yeah.
Hi.
Actually, yeah. So we were at the monastery last night, the St. Norbert ruins, whatever.
Yep.
And then something stabbed me, it touched me like a tic tac on my arm under a jacket. I'm like, ow!
Under the coat and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then the girls that I was with and stuff, we were doing the spirit box, right? So the thing about the monastery that burnt down, right? Because they have the art center, which housed the monks after the monastery burnt down.
Yep.
But then they eventually left for. They went out of town to, I can't remember the name of the town, but anyway, so it's just ruins, right? Like the church is a ruin, the original church, and that used to house them as well, right? And women were never allowed in the church, right, or in the housing area because it's just a monastery, right?
Yep.
And must have reported about a dozen times. Sluts.
I saw your post on Facebook getting called slut.
Yeah, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, I am married. Excuse me, sir. You know. But then we also heard like sleep. But it's so cool when you break into these groups and people try the different tools in different times and different things. Whenever people converges at the end of the night, like 8 out of 10 times, everybody heard the same names or heard the same sounds or saw the same things. Like it's really cool.
Super cool.
Like that's a nice thing when you break up in the groups because then you get that validation, right?
Yeah.
Because it's happening to other groups as well.
Well, and that's just it too. Like
Yeah.
then it's hard to be a little bit skeptical on it. But like the first time that I ever did something like this, it was like a bus tour thing.
Oh yeah, I've been on that
And
too. Yeah. Square Pigs.
I think so, yeah. It went
or whatever
to
she was called, River City something before.
I can't remember. It was a last minute thing. It was 10 years ago, 12
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah. I did
Um,
lots of those too.
They went to the cemetery on Henderson. They went to the old St. Boniface Museum,
Yep.
and then that church that's right next to it.
Yep.
The one that burned down and everything like that. I can't remember which one that is, but like
Yeah, so gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was on those tours too. Yeah. But the thing is, when you spend like 10 or 15 minutes each place, you're not really gonna probably
exactly.
If you're there for a few hours, and that's what I noticed when I went on that tour, and it specialized right on the Fort Garry Hotel, and I saw things and I felt things and I heard things.
What'd you bring?
Well, it's not a surprise if I tell you what I brought.
Doesn't have to be a
I'm
surprise.
giving you something.
You don't have to give me
Don't
anything.
you want a present?
No.
I never got you childhood presents because your dad moved around all the time. Let me give you a fucking present, Chrissy.
Listen.
Look. You're gonna take the damn present. You're gonna like it. You'll like it. You'll like it. You'll like it.
You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
So don't let me forget, because I'm old. I will.
I
Forget.
will try my best.
Actually,
But my brain is also working like a million miles a minute.
He's
I just got off a
my guy.
10.5-hour shift.
You worked that long today?
Yeah.
You must be exhausted.
I'm tired.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well,
This is
this'll wake
fun.
you
This
up.
is fun.
Yeah. So it's a first for him too.
Well, it's a first for me doing exactly that, like the one location,
Right.
full thing, and
those
going
are the
through
best.
everything.
Those are the best, honestly.
That's why I'm excited for it.
I heard the history earlier of this place. This was like a children's shelter for 40 years.
Yeah, it was an orphanage or something. Yeah. I was actually just reading the plaque outside because
Oh,
again, I've
okay.
never been here.
Yeah. So usually when there's children, you know, it's like
Children are always a little spooky. So
the one fellow, Matthew, I was talking
Yeah.
to, and he said, he's been here his whole life. He's like vice president on the board now or something, and his grandmother was president. And he was saying when he was 12, he was upstairs in one of the children's room, and he walked in, and there were 2 little kids playing, and he saw them, and vice versa, and then he walked out. And that's when he was 12, and he's still here, so can't be all bad.
well, I mean, maybe they're friendly.
Well, that's just it,
I
too.
mean, like,
Maybe they felt safe here. You
and
know?
that's just it too, right? Like it doesn't seem like a place that would be super negative. So that's
No, I
always
didn't.
a
I
good
didn't
thing.
feel that when I walked in. Sometimes
Yeah.
I feel kind of.
I was gonna say you probably have a lot stronger senses and stuff like that,
Sometimes.
just because you've gone to a lot of the places, you've experienced a lot more things.
Yeah, like we've been to places personally not like with this kind of stuff, but it's like, oh, I don't like it here. I just like,
Yeah, you walk in and you get a little,
like just generic places, whether it's a store
Really?
or yeah. I'm not feeling it. Or should I say, I am feeling it.
I'm going to start by passing it off to Eileen here, and she's going to go over some museum rules and a little bit of history to start you guys. Welcome to Daly House Museum. How many of you have visited us in the past? Good. So this house was built in 1882 for Thomas Mayne Daly. He was Brandon's first mayor and Manitoba's first federal cabinet minister and the first judge for the juvenile court system in Manitoba. He was actually the judge in Winnipeg. And he sold the house to his law partner, a man named G.R. Coldwell. The Coldwells lived here until the end of the 1920s. And then in the 30s, the city took over the house and turned it into a children's shelter called the Maples. They were here for 40 years, and they had about 25 kids, all the way from babies to teenagers living in this house. And they added on some of the features of the house, like the stucco part on the north side of the house. And then it became Daly House, and we've been here for 48 years. And everything that you'll see in the museum has been donated to us. Right now we have the house decorated for our Daily After Dark event. So those are nighttime tours. So you get a little sneak peek at that. And I just have a few rules. Please don't touch or put anything on any of the furniture. Consider it very delicate and it might break just by putting something on it. And also keep your food and drinks in this side of the museum. And usually I say no flash photography, but since we're going to be walking around in the dark, I will waive that rule for tonight. Thank you. Thanks, you're welcome.
All right, anybody have any questions about the museum before we get into paranormal side? All right, then I'm going to start us off. So we have a bunch of investigators here who I really appreciate everybody coming out and helping us out. So my name is Ashley. I run the Winnipeg Paranormal Group along with my partner Kelly. We also have Joanne, Brandon, Ken, and Christy tonight. And we have special guests giving up the Ghost podcast. So they're going to be walking around. She's hanging out there right now. So yeah, if you guys have any ghost stories that you want to talk to them about or any questions about their podcast, definitely see Jazz or Rick. They can definitely help you out with questions. So let's get into some paranormal rules. So tonight, I want to remind you guys that your body is the best tool that you're bringing with you tonight. Okay? So pay very close attention to how you feel, your emotions. Things can come on pretty fast. So, if something doesn't feel right, let one of the investigators know and we'll help you out. Okay? We pride ourselves on being a respectful group. So there are some ghost shows out there, which, by the way, who watches any of those ghost shows? Whether on YouTube or TV or whatever. Okay. So there are some shows out there that go and poke and prod and yell and curse, and we don't do that. We respect the energies and the spirits that are in the home, and we ask that you guys do as well. Okay, we get to go home at the end of the night, and the museum,
to come back.
They have to come back. So let's make sure that we're leaving on good terms tonight, okay? As Eileen was saying, it's a very old house. It was built in the 1800s, so please watch your steps. We will be going down into the basement, which are very steep and narrow stairs, so watch that. Watch your head on pipes, things like that. Just a reminder, you guys all signed a waiver of liability. So it's not our fault. Okay, but just please be very careful.
And just a tip, lady, if you feel like you're in a little bit of a fun house on the second floor, the floors are uneven up there.
Okay, good to know. There are several washrooms around the building that you are welcome to use. There's one
up on the second floor, down another flight of stairs over on this side, and there's one on the museum side as well. And it's a chain to flush that.
Awesome. Very weird, but awesome.
You'll see it when you get up there.
she got the sudden urge to pee.
Antique or not antique?
It's not an antique, okay?
John, do we have anybody not want pictures? Okay, So pictures tonight. We encourage everybody to take pictures, take videos, have fun. If you guys are using flash photography, because we're going to be in the dark, please let people know that you're taking a picture. We don't need people blinded tonight. You can just say, flash or picture, whatever you want, just let people know. And then, of course, always send us your pictures and your videos. We love seeing what you guys caught. So spam us on our Facebook page or email, whatever is easiest for you guys. We love to see what you caught as well. Okay?
Send it to Daly House too. We love to see it too.
Exactly. With taking pictures, you're also probably going to have your phones here. So at this point, I'm going to ask you guys to pull your phones out and put them on airplane mode. So we do have some equipment that is sensitive to phone messages and things like that. So while we cannot make anything happen tonight, we can't guarantee that you're going to have activity. We do want to try and make sure that you guys have as authentic of an evening as we can possibly provide. So that means making sure that your phones are not affecting the equipment. Okay. One of the hardest rules we have. Yeah.
If you have a K2 near any of that stuff and it starts going off, just see if you're getting a message.
Yeah. One of the hardest rules we have actually sounds very simple. No whispering. Okay, so when the lights go out and everything's dark, it's natural. Humans want to whisper. I don't know why, but it just is. It makes it very difficult if people are recording for them to distinguish between a whisper and something actually trying to communicate. No yelling either.
Look, you want to be loud.
But yeah, so we want you guys to have fun tonight. We want you guys to enjoy your evening. So laugh, have fun, talk to your teammates and your friends that came with you. Just try not to whisper, and if you do, just say, "Oh, sorry, that was me," so that if anybody is recording, they can make note of that when they're actually reviewing things. All right? Yeah, that happens a lot. That actually sounds like a growl on recording. So. We will be doing a small protection, white light protection, before we set you guys out investigating. We will also offer a group smudge after the event. So while we encourage everybody to partake in the smudge, it's your choice whether you want to or not. But again, we do encourage it for everybody. Okay. Any questions for us before we go into the white light protection? All right. Then, so I'm going to get everybody to stand up if you can. And I would like everybody to close your eyes. I want you to take 3 slow and deep breaths. I want you to picture a white light forming over your head. Light is warm, comforting, and feels safe. Light slowly goes down over your head, over your shoulders, and wraps around your waist, giving you a great big hug. The light continues down over your legs, over your feet, and deep down into the ground. I want you to take 3 more slow, deep breaths, and then you can open your eyes. So this light protection, white light protection, is not going to stop anything from touching you tonight or interacting with you tonight. It's simply an energy barrier for you. Okay, so if something wants to poke you, it's still going to poke you. Okay, keep that in mind. It just is there to help make sure that things don't try and connect, like attach to you. Okay?
All right, here we go.
Did you
look at
Yes,
this one
we
here?
are.
We are. Look, funeral biscuits. Delicious.
That's cool.
Yes. Oh,
Yes, I'm
watch your
following
step. Oh, we're going to the parlor because the parlor, they have a coffin. They have a coffin because you used to have wakes, right?
Yeah.
Before they had funeral homes. Here we are.
So welcome. I'm Ashley. I have been with Winnipeg Paranormal Group now for 12, 13 years, somewhere in there. And I actually started out as a client with Winnipeg Paranormal Group. So I lived in a house in Elmwood in Winnipeg that had significant amount of activity. It was affecting my kids and us. When I reached out. They came out to investigate and found a lot of stuff they were able to record, and came back multiple times to my house. We used it as training grounds. So it was definitely an interesting experience in that house, and that led to me having more questions, which is why. So yeah, so we are currently in the morning. Morning parlor.
If you visit us, not during October, it does not look like this.
So Cole, I know you've been with us before. Has anybody else been on any of our? Awesome, I love new people. Okay, so.
Or new victims.
What we're going to do tonight is I'm going to go over some of the tools with you guys, and then it's your investigation. Okay? I'm here to help you and to guide you if you need anything, if you have any questions or anything like that. But I'm not going to be doing the investigating. You guys are. All right, how does that sound?
Cool.
Awesome.
It's easier than it sounds. I'm not saying their job is easy. I'm just saying the tools, they have the top line of the tools, in my opinion, like spare no expense. They got the good stuff. So the tools are amazing to work with.
Okay, so I've got this. Oh, okay.
Well, this one's closed, so it must be the one in the back.
It's the one
Yeah.
in the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay. So this lovely little box here is a motion detector. And that's how you're going to know that something can use the music. No. Well, yes. So when I ordered it, we could choose the music. There was about 5 different songs, but they're all creepy. Kelly has one as well. Hers does The Exorcist.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, we kind of have a little bit of a morbid. But yeah, so you guys are welcome to use motion sensor. Okay. I've got. Does everybody know what this is?
Ouija board.
Unfortunately.
Has anybody used it?
Yes.
Do you know if you
No.
I would think not, because something followed my friend home for a year. So
There you go.
Oh.
So everybody that I know is like, oh yeah, I've used one, but I never use one again. I'm like, you didn't use it.
Exactly.
Does anybody know the history of a Ouija? You want to tell us?
Sure. I guess starting in about the 1840s, the idea of spiritualism and these seance type practices developed, people began starting with things like knocking to just type out alphabets for like spirits to use, and that eventually evolved into like using a specific board, like the Ouija board, but it developed alongside it to mark out certain letters and stuff. The earliest ones were developed for only up until like maybe the 20s that it became as widespread as it is as we know today.
So Ouija boards in the 1800s were used as a dating game. Ouija boards in the 1800s were used as a dating game. So back then, you couldn't hold hands, you couldn't touch each other when you were dating, right? So the Ouija board was used, you could use a planchette, and you could get really, really close to that person, but still not be touching, right? So that's what they were used for back then. Yes, the spirit, like talking boards, witch boards, those are all Ouija boards, right? And they've been around for hundreds of years. The negative side of Ouija board only came around with Hollywood. Thank you, Hollywood. So that's when they became this evil, demonic toy that was Joanne. Right on cue. But that's when they became this evil board, and everybody was like, "Oh, I can talk to demons on them. I'm gonna have a demon follow me." And no, no, that's not true. So yes, if they are not used properly, you can get attachment. Use it properly, it's just another communication tool like anything else that I have in my bag. Okay, so to use it properly, you want to first make sure that you are putting positive intentions towards the board. So I always rub my hands, thinking positive thoughts, things like that. And then you want to let the board know that you're only inviting positive spirits to talk to you. And then at the end, either make sure that the energies take it to goodbye, the planchette to goodbye, or that you forcefully move it to goodbye. You want to make sure that you're closing the door. Okay? So that's a tool for you guys tonight. Put this up there just so that it's a little bit bigger. So, I also recommend 2 people minimum for the board. Don't try and do it by yourself. Where do I want to start here? So we've got some metaphysical tools. So these are dowsing rods. Sorry if I'm blinding anybody with this. Does anybody know what these were used for? Yeah, you could find wells with them. So we have changed them into paranormal tools. So just like with a lot of our other tools that I'm going to show you guys tonight, dowsing rods, you need to make sure that you're asking the energies to show you yes and to show you no, because otherwise you're just getting a reaction and you don't know what it is. Right? So that's so important with the tools that we're using. You need to either say, hey, I want you to do this, right? Or show me what you want to do for this. Does that make sense? So with dowsing rods, you're going to hold them straight out in front of you. All the way. And these are not my favorite tools, so I'm not very good at them. And then you want to say, show me what you would like to use for a yes answer. You're going to watch the rods and see how they react. So for yes, the spirit wants to use a cross. And then you would ask it to show you a no, so that you know what you're asking, and then go ahead and ask yes and no questions. That's an option for you. I also have a couple pendulums here tonight. Okay, so again, just like the dowsing rods, you need to know what is yes and what is no. Otherwise, again, you're just getting a reaction and you're going to make an assumption as to what it means. Those are there for you. I haven't turned my phone off yet. I do have a red light. Just a warning, this does die really fast. But basically what you're looking for with this is breaks. Yes, I know.
At least it's not the exorcist one.
Okay.
But it's almost like a lullaby.
It is.
All right.
As long as you don't hear the crying baby to go with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So we also have a very simple service bell. Right, so you're going to ask it to, again, 1 ding for yes, 2 for no, whatever you want to use. The idea is that it's very simple, so it doesn't require a lot of energy. Okay. Pulling out the simple things first. I have what's called trigger objects. So these are just toy cars. You can ask, especially when we get upstairs to where the children would have been, you can ask it to play with you. See if you can get the car moving.
That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like the ball that goes down the hallway.
We have yeah, she has cat balls as well.
Oh, does she?
Mm-hmm.
Vroom, vroom.
Hallway races.
I have another motion sensor. I just have to put the antenna in here. So this one is called a REM pod. This one is alarmed.
Not to steal your thunder, but that's the one that kept going off last night, right?
Yeah, we were at St. Norbert Art Center. So does anybody know the St. Norbert Monastery in Winnipeg? They should check it out.
Awesome. It was awesome.
We had this in one of the rooms, and it started out with, they set up, alarm once for yes, alarm 2 for no, and it was responding to them. And then they asked, do you want us to leave? And it just kept going. And I'm like, you know what, let me see. Like,
Line right there, drawn.
Battery, right? Like, you never know. So I changed the battery, and it's still brand new, fresh battery. Just kept going, screaming at Jazz's favorite toy.
My favorite.
So this is called H-Frick line. So a lot of times we use these down stairways, in long hallways, things like that. And what you're looking for, I'm just going to bang them together because they'll change, but you're looking for the changing in there. So these were kind of similar to a K2, which is an EMF detector. So EMF is like what comes out of your microwave. Not good for you. The theory is that energies and spirits can manipulate that field. So that's how these work, is that they're going to manipulate it to light them up. Okay? We've used these at Six Pines Haunted Attractions. Have you guys ever heard of that? You guys gotta come to Winnipeg. All my examples are like nothing good. Anyways, so it's a haunted attraction just outside of Winnipeg. Great place.
Actually, the episode is up today, interview with Six Pines under Giving Up the Ghost podcast, because we had them out to Spirits with Spirits, a monthly thing that we do. And if you want to hear the whole history of it's solid. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
That's
I'll
super
zip it
cool.
now.
So we were invited out with Giving Up the Ghost to go and investigate their property. And then at the end of the tour, they're like, come check out the house. We're like, oh, we're not saying no. Of course. So they told us this story about a little girl that they would see on the stairwell. And we're like, okay, well, let's check this out. This was a brand new toy back then. And we're like, okay. Kelly took it up to the top of the stairs. And we, laid it down across all the stairs. I was sitting at the bottom, and we started asking questions. And then we noticed each light was on and then off. As something was coming down the stairs.
That's neat.
It was cool. Very cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I also used this at another event that we do, and I used it in conjunction with a thermal camera that I have in here as well. And one of the attendees, again, we had it down the stairs, and one of the attendees was like, that one singular light keeps going off and off and off. And I'm like, okay. Pulled out the thermal camera, and I took a picture, and you can see two footsteps right where the light was going off.
Cool.
That is cool.
It's very cool. So I have that picture if you guys want to see it tonight too. But so that's something you guys can use as well.